Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to greet the international governments and people of the world. My name is NUG. I'm a former military officer who served in the Myanmar Army for 12 years. I'm also a former political prisoner who was repeatedly arrested and imprisoned. I was in prison for 3.5 years and served over 8 months of a 2 years house arrest sentence. I recently was able to flee the country, and it has now been nearly 3 weeks since I arrived in the liberated border areas. The first thing I would like to inform the international community about is the ethics that must be followed by a military unit in the Myanmar Army, which was established after independence in 1948. There are rules. I would like to state some of the most important ethical guidelines Myanmar soldiers are required to follow. These are 10 rules of conduct that soldiers must follow concerning the public. First, be loyal and respectful to the public. Second, protect the lives and property of the public. Third, be polite to the public in harmony with the public. Number 4, always put the interests of the public first. Number 5, avoid mocking the public, physical aggression, and intimidation. Number 6, refrain from abusing the public with guns. Number 7, be careful not to interfere in matters that are not related to him. Number 8, prioritize public safety. Don't take advantage of the public. Number 9, whatever you do for the public, whatever you ask, may the public accept it and be satisfied. Number 10, respect the religion of the people, respect cultural customs. At all. It is very important for an army to follow the above code of conduct and ethical guidelines in relation to the people they served. But for the past 2 years, fascist forces have been unjustly arresting, killing, robbing, and raping citizens. Whole villages are being burned down and bombed by fighter jets. These atrocities are war crimes against humanity, on par with the likes of Hitler, Mussolini, Saddam Hussein, and Gaddafi. Tens of thousands of people have fled the war and become homeless. Tens of thousands of people have been brutally arrested, killed, detained, and tortured. Mainland fascist army acts like a mafia drug lord, acting with impunity and committing various war crimes. The current situation of Myanmar's fascist army has been closely monitored and studied by neighboring countries and international community, including the United Nations. This is also at a time when the countries of the world are taking legal action against the terrorist army, which is rapidly committing many war crimes, including the killing of the Rohingya in December 2022. The United Nations passes Security Council Resolution number 2669, which demanded an end to all forms of violence in Myanmar, and to release all those unjustly detained. The most important thing for a country is the rule of law, especially in the relation to the military. An army must have the rule of law, military discipline, and ethics, and follow the international community's rules. Mainland fascist army has none of these things. Therefore, our people need a new, professional, and disciplined federal army that can fully earn the trust and respect of the people. The current terrorist army has control over some big city, and different parts of the country. They terrorize all the people in their control area through fear, cutting water and electricity supply, and forcing people to pay bribes. But this is not working well. They were trying to build a North Korea-style fascist dictatorship system and regime. People are terrorized daily by brutal arrest, killing, and bombings. The current regime are war bandits who broke all the rules of war. They loot, kill, and rob their benefactors. It is obvious from the actual conditions on the ground that the situation has deteriorated to untenable conditions. If we look at the situation of Myanmar today, the country has become a failed state because of the fascist and terrorist Myanmar army. With the exception of some areas controlled by the National Unity Government and the People's Defense Forces, the rule of law has almost completely broken down in the country. The National Unity Government is made up of parliamentarians who were officially elected by the people in the 2020 election are internationally recognized. The National Unity Government, the National Unity Consultative Council, local ethnic revolutionary forces, and the Strategic People's Defense Force are all working together in an effort to end the military dictatorship. In addition, they are gradually expanding and reclaiming territory and establishing people-centered public administration mechanisms. In the past few months, the National Unity Government has made clear headway in the realization of the political, administrative, and military objectives, along with the implementation of regional government plans. People's Defense Force battalions for regional defense have also been systematically established and trained in good military practice with a strong command system that respects the rule of law. However, with no international support, these forces are seriously under-equipped. They urgently require the tools to fight. In order to solve violence and bring stability to the region, which is the desired situation for India and China and Asian countries, the international community must understand that there is no hope for negotiation with mere allies who broke the rule of law, the rule of war, and violated the legitimacy of the standing national army, Burma Army. Instead of discussing and negotiating with a criminal group being charged for international war crimes, the international community should work to support the National Unity Government and improve the position of the People's Defense Forces. It is time to focus on the formation of a new federal army recognized by international law, one that will unite the country and include the ethnic armed resistance forces. In this way, through the unification, we can end the civil war that has now been going on over 70 years. At the same time, there is an urgent need for the international community to unanimously recognize the National Unity Government as the official interim government. Through the National Unity Government, humanitarian aid can be quickly sent to millions of people who are suffering due to the war. Furthermore, internationally invested businesses can be protected so that they can continue to operate safely. The United Nations Security Council also needs to review its systems. Currently, the veto power of Russia, which is committing war crime against Ukraine, and China, which is supporting Myanmar's fascist leader Miao Aung, are hindering the support for progressive change in Myanmar. And in conclusion, I would like to present that today's conflict is not only an internal problem in Myanmar, like Ukraine. The war in Myanmar affects the international community and is an international problem requiring a global solution. Miao Aung is committing war crimes with the support of Russia and China. He is killing and torturing his own people. Today's situation, you know, and it is a serious global problem affecting the region's stability. Action must be taken quickly and in accordance with international law. Urgent support for the People Defense Forces is required. Most importantly, we need modern military assistance, including anti-aircraft weaponry and air defense systems. The people need the power and resources to combat the brutal air bombing campaigns of Miao Aung. Air power is the main strength of Miao Aung, and if we can take that power away, we will have a chance for freedom and to establish a new federal democratic union. That's all. Thank you.